Yes, good morning. Top of the morning. It is Monday morning, the 7th, February 7th. We are 7 days in on February already. I want to say breaking news. Yes, breaking news. Everything on the YTC in the boxing community is always breaking news. Yes, breaking news. You're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle, the Sauce Master.
You keep talking, man, and you shut the fuck up.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Good morning, good morning. I'm going to get to a couple of topics this morning. But first, I want to say this, right? Like I said, this is the second, we're going to the second week of February now, right? See how time moves on. Time doesn't freeze for nobody. I want to first start off by saying I seen something got posted in the group. That's why I'm highlighting the group, right? This right here. See, that's why so many people are when it comes to boxing and uh sharing of information of news and boxing. You just get people so out the loop. See, shout out to the good brother Kimon Wade. Um, he tagged me in this, right? This was posted February 1st by Boxing Lovers. I'm not too familiar with them, but whatever is whatever. But you see how it'd be a lot of clickbaiting going on. They said Teofimo Lopez will be trained by Eddie Reynoso for his next fight at 140. I don't know if they put this out for clickbait or whatever, but the news that Teofimo was in the news for had nothing to do with him changing coaches. It more so had things of, like the Adrian Bruner type of, social media post. So we just pray that everything is all well with Teofimo. He's coming off of a loss, health issues. So we just pray everything is all well with him. We know that two of the most important women in his life, allegedly, we're going to say, don't see eye to eye. So we just pray and wish him the best. But I want to get to this. Last week we were entertained with all type of YTC boxing news, from tales of the sparring partner to um, the George Gambosa back and forth. But on the serious side, and I told guys this, right, when the YTC was running with the Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson fight not being made, I was like, yo, listen, bro, that fight is a done deal. It's a done deal. What they are doing is they are using the racist YTC community because they know certain YTC channels run with anything. Shout out to my guy, World Combat Sports. Like he likes to say, they are thirsty. Now, what better way to build up a fight than use the YTC thirst Mongols? And how many stories got printed up, and how many channels did stories in regards to the Shakur Stevenson Oscar Valdez fight being off? And now look, we are waiting for the side to side, and he's not going to sign. Well, he has signed. The fight is on. And I knew that. But like I said, when you know certain things, it's, hey, what do I know? What do I know? You know? But yes, that is going to be a great fight. A 30-year-old versus a 24-year-old rising star. Man, where would this place Shakur Stevenson? I think I will go more in depth on that. Yesterday, I really didn't give you guys a boxing podcast because I was like I said, yesterday was a great day for me. Shout out to my guy Papa Lotta and World Combat Sports. I was on their panels discussing boxing, so I really didn't feel the need to come on and continue to talk boxing. I did give you the ministry source in the evening. I wanted to follow that up with a power, the final of power, but I didn't. I just chilled out. I watched. It seems like Team Haney, Bill Haney, and the Haneys, they are still pushing their campaign for the Cambosa fight, but they switched their energy to the boxing voice now. Great interview with Ness and the crew over there. And I seen Haney on, he was at the fight Saturday night. He no longer is the youngest champion, WBC champion. Shout out to Bam Bam Rodriguez, who became a champion over the weekend, taking a fight on 6 days' notice and going up 2 weight classes. Remarkable. I touched on that a little bit on World Combat's platform. When you're ready, you're ready. There is no such thing as he's not ready. That's why, when you check the YTC, you check everything. You can't listen to these guys, man. Especially these guys that's not in the gym, that's so far away from the game that they don't know it. And I don't slight or taking shots at nobody. It is what it is. Like, if you know, you know. And shout out to my team, got some big things brewing. We have a Jahad Tucker documentary in the makings. Be on the lookout for that. Like I said, man, we're just gonna keep stepping, praying, marching, and believing. Believing, and we will be there soon, sooner than what a lot of people think. Trust and believe. You trust the process. You pray, and like I said yesterday, anything that God has for you will always be for you. Just clearing my throat a little bit this morning. Yes, and everything is always God's plan. The meek shall inherit the earth. The wicked should wither away. I'm going to throw a little ministry sauce into this before I start my journey. But I just wanted to come on and just bless those, and say, don't believe everything you see and hear in the media, especially on YouTube and Facebook. And I highlight this post right here. This is so far fetched. If this was really real news, right? I'm telling you, boxing lovers, I can't. It's a lot of shit is clickbait. Do you know how many? Because this is him leaving his father, number one, and it's him going to another controversy, highly, coach and team. Eddie Reynoso was Team Canelo. Eddie Reynoso is Team Ryan Garcia. See, that's what I wanted to highlight for you, Kimon. Why would Eddie Reynoso, right? See, wait, when you don't know, you don't know. Eddie Reynoso trains Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is what some might say a rival of Teofimo Lopez. Eventually, Ryan Garcia is going to move up to 140. He's so if you would have thought that through before you posted it, you would have seen yeah, that Eddie Reynoso is going to train Teofimo for his next fight at 140. Doesn't he already train Ryan Garcia? So right there, that should have raised a red flag for you. But it is what it is. People post and are free to post whatever and do whatever. Just like the be that, be that, be that, be that. Don't you wanna? Just like the Marvelous One jumped out there last week, and that was breaking news. It is what it is, though, man. You gotta love the game. The game. Yes, the game. But shout out to everybody who was doing a thing. Shout out to the good brother Chop. I had Chop on this weekend. Shout out to Bernie the Box. I had him on Friday evening. We're doing our thing. Yes, we are doing our thing. And shout out to the ones who claim they don't watch the source or hear the source. It's going down. We just want to wish those guys over there that's having, I touched on this with World Combat. They are having rich guy problems. When they say that they're running out of money over there, it's not that they're running out of money, so to say. They're just running out of other people's money, OPP, and they're running out of how to pay back money rendered and owed. But those are all rich people problems, man. I can't wait to have those problems. Because, see, where I'm from, if you owe somebody, you better pay them. But I can't wait to reach that level where if I do owe somebody, I'm going to play games with them. I'm not going to pay them. I'm going to prolong it. I'm going to try to find other loopholes how to pay them, so to say. But hey, what do I know? But listen, let's get to a little ministry sauce. But first I want to say this. Everything that is happening over there, I know the other guy from the other side, from the other ride, is trying to act like he said it. No, actually the source said it many years ago. That's why my relationships went south with a lot of people over there, because I've been said that. I've been knew that. I've been speaking on that, because one thing about funny money and funny activities, it never adds up. In the music business, there is a saying, and shout out to all my family that has been in the music business for many years, and shout out to all the rappers and people of that nature that used to come through, who I like to call the Queen, my grandmother's crib, Columbia Street, 63 Columbia Street. If you know, you know. We had all the entertainers from back in the days. Yes, always frequented my family. We are very well known. But the saying was, and it still is to this day, most of the entertainers used to want to be like the underground people. and it is always a saying, fake it till you make it. That has transformed over to the boxing world. So you see a lot of guys faking it till you make it. How do you fake it till you make it? You come with the look, the jewelry, the buffoonery. Okay? Hopefully y'all catching the sauce this morning. But yes, I did say this, and this is starting to look true too. Certain YTC channels, and they can't help you in the game. What they do in the game is get you, and that is what we are seeing going on. You know, that's what you are seeing going on now. You know, at the end of the day, in order to really get things done, you need to come to the muck. You got to get it in the dirt with the mud, the underground. But hey, what do I know? That's how things get done. They don't get done on the YTC and narratives and propaganda. No, you have to go see somebody. You have to make the proper phone calls. Go to the dirty gyms. Go to the grit. But let's get this digestion of great sauce this morning. 9 a.m. My God, World Combat Sports got a great show going on. Definitely tapping with him. He is, one of my favorites on the YTC scene. Does phenomenal work. Very witty. That's what I want to reference. And you gotta have a little wit with your shit, and that's what we are constantly continuing to give you. So with that being closed, hopefully y'all enjoyed this morning sauce, and I am going to say breaking news. Always keep God first. Enjoy some of these righteous words.
Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people unto me. He delivereth me from mine enemies, yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed forevermore. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants, and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth, and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh, and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came, and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went, and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents. For unto every one that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as the shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in. Naked, and ye clothed me not. Sick, and in prison, and ye visited me not. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? Then shall he answer them, saying, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal. Then Job answered the Lord and said, Behold, lay mine hand upon my mouth. Once have I spoken, but I will not answer, yea, twice, but I will proceed no further. Then answered the Lord unto Job out of the whirlwind, and said, Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me that thou mayest be righteous? Hast thou an arm like God? Or canst thou thunder with a voice like him? Deck thyself now with majesty and excellency, and array thyself with glory and beauty. Cast abroad the rage of thy wrath, and behold every one that is proud, and abase him. Look on every one that is proud, and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. Then will I also confess unto thee that thine own right hand can save thee. Behold now Behemoth, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. He moveth his tail like a cedar, the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass, his bones are like bars of iron. He is the chief of the ways of God. He that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. Surely the mountains bring him forth food, where all the beasts of the field play. He lieth under the shady trees in the covert of the reed and fens. The shady trees cover him with their shadow. The willows of the brook compass him about. Behold, he drinketh up a river, and hasteth not. He trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. He taketh it with his eyes. His nose pierceth through snares. Job 41. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thine hand upon him. Remember the battle. Do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his sneezings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold, the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Slingstones are turned with him unto stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. Job 42. Then Job answered the Lord and said, I know that thou canst do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from thee. Who is he that hideth counsel without knowledge? Therefore have I uttered that I understood not, things too wonderful for me which I knew not. Hear, I beseech thee, and I will speak. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear, but now mine eye seeth thee. Wherefore I abhor myself, and repent in dust and ashes. And it was so that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends. For ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering. And my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. So Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Amathite went and did according as the Lord commanded them. The Lord also accepted Job. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Then came there unto him all his brethren, and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him, and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold. So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep, and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. And he called the name of the first Jemimah, and the name of the second Keziah, and the name of the third Karen Hapuk. And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job. And their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons, and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. So Job died, being old and full of days.
Yes, we are back. Hopefully y'all caught that source this morning. You see how we are tying it all together? Because that's what it is about. The righteous word with a little knowledge. Nice stew of gumbo. And you see the Mamba mentality. I got up bright early, and I still have a little time. That's why I give y'all a little bit more sauce. Because we are ahead of the curve. I want to say salute to my guy, Captain Chaos E. I'm loving the look, my guy. E released the intro to his new podcast. He's doing major things, and I am glad to see that because I'll give you a little background. E is a boxing enthusiast, but more importantly, he is a pure soul, a pure heart. And he was taking a lot of stuff that he was seeing in the YTC community and getting upset. And I would always tell E, like the scriptures that were just being read, I said I would counsel E, and E, like, instead of getting frustrated, because I too was once there, you have to lead by example. In order to lead by example, you need to start your own platform. See, a lot of guys be nervous to do it, but you have to do it. If you feel like the game is missing something, you need to be that missing piece in the game. And see, that's what I did. I knew the game was missing something, and I came with the source. Formerly, I first used the moniker Jackal Fitness and took the boxing industry by storm. But see, Jackal Fitness was just, I want to say my rapper name. Like I said, I have deep roots in the music industry. So I knew. I came with Jackal Fitness. Jackal Fitness was like the rapper. But see, the sources, look at the name up there. Shalom Jones. This was the opening act. Because one thing about this game, you are going to hit bumps in the road. So I used Jackal Fitness as the bump in the road to expose the snakes, the what we like to call the player haters, the pretenders. And once I seen who was for me and who was against me, then I dropped the Jackal Fitness persona off and left it where it needed to be, in the back. And so forth cometh the return of the righteous, but the sauce. Hopefully y'all are catching all of this morning as I am slowing it down. You know, it's 10 minutes away from 7. I know a lot of y'all, most y'all, all y'all are in bed. But one thing about the sauce sleeps, but I am always up, if you can catch that. Major fights going down in a couple of weeks. Great card. I touched on that a little bit on my guy Combat Sports, and shout out to the Smoke Session, one of his best shows yesterday. Like I said, he's going to sit up for a little bit, but by the time he comes home, I told him he will be in a better place as far as with the YTC, and he will be ready to go because the Source Sisters will be out there stepping hard. They will be sponsored and moving and grooving in the game. Trust and believe that. We will be marching, man. He will just have to take it to another notch, and that's on him. But as far as the game, the boxing game goes, it will always remain the same how it is. The only way it's going to change is if the participants in it wanted to change. I know you see all the videos and the scenarios with guys giving their theories of what needs to be done and how it could be overthrown and taken over. That's great. That's great. But until there are actual actions, like they say in Hollywood, action, nothing will ever happen. Nothing will ever happen. And hopefully you are catching all of the sauce this morning, man. Like, I'm so ahead of the curve. See, that's what a good night sleep does. Some eating great food. So yesterday I fueled the body up good, man. I pretty much had a so to say a vegan forte yesterday. I don't think I ate any meat yesterday. And that's not like me. Even no fish, no shrimp, no chicken. I had all vegetation, vegan. When you eat like that, I'm telling you, for those that are vegan full time, they can tell you this. Your energy levels is different. Like I've been up. That's why I said, let me just knock this one out this morning and mix in the ministry with the sauce. So then later on this evening, I can give you straight sauce. But more importantly, I am adding to the catalog. And see, I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm in here looking for something. Because I still have... Normally, I could leave the house at like 7:05. So I still got time. I'm still up. And, you know, this week we are looking good. It's raining. I wouldn't have been home, you know. It is what it is. But the temperatures are rising this week. So that is a good thing. You know, that is a good thing. Super Bowl is Sunday. Biggest Sunday of the year. Like they like to say in the industry, right? Maybe I'll do a little Super Bowl coverage too. And I gotta tap in with my guys, man. The FanDuel guys. Hit my bro up, you know. I might want to place a wager, so to say. A parlay, right? That's what y'all call it, the parlay. Yeah, I might want to do a parlay. You know, we got a couple extra coins. What's a $25 parlay? You know, 25 can get you 25, you know, 2,500. So play around a little bit this week, man. Everybody be great. You know, always keep God first. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody with the mixing of the sauces, but I got to do what I have to do, man. Like I feel like it's time for me now to elevate and do what I do, because like I said, salute to Captain Chaos, salute to the smoke session. I think I have planted that seed and enough with the boxing, where I have guys and gals out there doing the boxing now. I have people doing the ministry now. So now it's time, I think, to elevate, combine them both now. You know, I'm on assignment. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, if that makes any sense to you. See, we all are on assignments. Some of us run from our assignments, some of us run to it. For many years, I ran from it for whatever reasons. Maybe the streets, maybe me not wanting to do what I was called to do. But like I just said, I no longer run from it. I run to it, and I am on assignment. With that being said, everybody be great. Enjoy your Monday, especially for those, the ones that are waking up and having the ability to do something productive. Do something productive, because there are going to be those that aren't going to wake up this morning, that are passing over. There are going to be those that are on borrowed time. There are going to be those that can't do what they want to do. So the ones of us that can do what we can do need to do it. Hopefully y'all caught that sauce. Everybody be great. Keep God first. Remember, sky is always the limit. Never put a limitation on what you can do and can accomplish. I am a growing, decorated column writer now. Yesterday, I had a older colleague call me an elder in the game, man, and we builded for hours. And he was speaking on my growth and how he shares some of my work with some of his distinguished colleagues. See, so you never know who is watching you.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.